everything you and your doctor know about erectile health. A secret so simple and effective, it could give you bigger, fuller, harder, and longer lasting erections than you've had in years, if not a career of women like Francisco Pizarro. And it doesn't matter if you haven't had sex in a year, or in a decade, or if you just get the occasional limp dick, or you struggle with performance anxiety or premature ejaculation, or if you just want to dramatically boost your stamina and endurance, or you just want to have more sex that leaves her breathless and shaking like a leaf. So watch this video right now while you still can, because this long-lost erection secret exposes the billion-dollar pharmaceutical industry's biggest lie and threatens their bottom line, which is why they've already taken steps to censor what I'm going to expose. So please, stick with me. It may be your only opportunity to see this secret before I get silenced, and to reclaim your confidence, your sex life, and your manhood. Just like Dean from Colorado did, who says, "Hey Bill, so first you should know that I've never been considered small, definitely well above average. I measured it against the Kinsey chart. Unfortunately, literally the day of my 66th birthday, my dick pretty much stopped working, at least like the way it used to. Flimsy and weak hard-ons became the norm, to the point where my wife started jokingly referring to it as Gumby. Eventually it got so bad that I had actually scheduled penile implant surgery. For those who don't know, you actually have to pump your dick up via a hidden button in your ball sack. Talk about an awkward moment of foreplay. Excuse me, babe, while I go pump up my dick. Anyway, 9 days before the surgery, I discovered your secret to waking it up naturally. And thank God I did. Because Bill, your secret works, and it makes me shiver to think about the life-changing trauma you helped me avoid. And I know this sounds hard to believe, but nowadays, my erections are harder than ever. I mean, harder than when I was 16. I'm serious about that. Which has actually created a little bit of a new problem. Because your secret had made my dick this hard, it's actually bigger than it was as a young man. I'd say at least 15% bigger. I believe you called that full phallic potential, and frankly, it's been hurting my wife. So now we use lots of lube and go super slow, that way I don't break her in half. My point, it's a small price to pay to have my manhood back. Thank you, Bill. Thank you. And Steve from Florida says, I shot my first porn in 1979. In the adult industry, I'm what you call an old-timer. And believe it or not, more than 40 years later, I'm still working. Although these days I only get offered one type of scene, old man fetish scenes, which I have on camera with 18-plus girls. I know, it sounds almost too good to be true, but the reality is it can be extremely stressful. I'm required to perform on command when a director says to, right in front of a full camera crew. And for some reason I don't get it up, I don't get paid. When I was 20, I had no problem getting aroused at all, even in front of a full crew, and at 40, I was still pretty much fine. But after 60, everything started to change. My dick, who had been a loyal friend all my life, my partner in crime, suddenly became disobedient and started falling asleep on the job. Obviously, a lot of guys in the biz use little blue pills to help them stay hard through long days of filming, which is fine if you're young, but for me, after a certain age, those drugs just stopped working altogether. Plus, I know how damaging they can be to your heart and liver. Fortunately, your slick dick trick worked better than anything my doctor ever told me about. In fact, now at 60, I get more compliments from young women in the industry than I ever did as a young man. And lately, my nickname